hey, we are finally post-Outriders. Not much of a preamble here, just a couple of things I wanted to touch on. Last video for the game that we are finally done with, you can actually hear me mashing the button that would have triggered an ability to fix my health up and allow me to continue on that run last night when Outriders decided to tell me to go and fuck myself for the last time. You can hear it for more than a second as the game kind of ignores me, so that's fun. Usually what that means is that the server is more than a couple of seconds ahead of the player in what it is that it's already decided has happened. That's unacceptable in an action-based game. You know, good show. Appreciate it. What else have I got written down here? There it is. The value of the thing we took apart was in fact 22 titanium, and selling it would net us like 21, if I remember right. So you apparently lose 1 titanium for selling the thing off. I'm not entirely sure why they would do that. We also made mention of how automatic firearms work. And it was in regards to the guns we saw, so hey, a belated gun chat. Here's the gist of how the Outriders double gun works, because what it looks like to me is they took 2 ARs, and those are Armalite rifles, and slapped them together and went, there, it can ride 1 chassis. So what happens is, after the first round is manually chambered, that's when you cycle the bolt by pulling the charging handle, okay? The trigger mechanism is timed in relation to the bolt position. That's, you know, the thing that you're pressing on there has a little fucking sear that is timed to go off and fucking do its due in relation to the position of the bolt, which is this sort of... It's the thing that holds the bullet in place and also holds the firing pin. Okay? The bolt travels forward to make up the breech of the chamber, which is that space between the chamber and the bolt itself. Shoves the cartridge into place. Thing goes boom when the trigger is pressed, and releases a hammer which strikes a pin, which then strikes the primer on the bullet. Bang, right? When this happens, a lot of gas is released. So for the gas reciprocating system that is in an AR, this is what would then happen. That gas floods the chamber, shoves the bolt back, which then knocks the hammer back into its primed position. You know, it's ready to go off again. The bolt slides back, gets pushed back forward by a spring, shoves the next cartridge into place, and this is where the full auto happens. When the bolt cycles back, the firing pin is ready to fire again. The trigger is held so that there's a little disconnector that says that, hey, when this reaches this position, it'll release that spring and the hammer will clap it again, and there you go. The gun continues to do that for as long as it has ammunition. That is the super, super basic of a gas-operated automatic rifle. Hell yeah, ASMR stream. You've known me for fucking decades. This is just how I sound. Anyway, you know, hey, how's it going? We're doing something that's not Outriders. And I would be worried about being demonetized for explaining the super basics of a gas-operated fucking automatic rifle. But, you know, we don't make any money anyway, so fuck it. This is, of course, not instructions on how to manufacture one. And to put people at ease, you can't, like, your semi-auto rifle that your friend may have really cannot be easily modified to be fully automatic. They would need to fabricate new parts. So unless they have access to, like, the proper kind of aluminum that won't just wear out immediately, and a CNC machine that will cut that aluminum, as well as the knowledge of how to work the fucking CNC machine. They're not going to be, you know, doing anything like that. So, hey, all 13 of you, now you know. Anyway, so today we got the Surge. It's a different kind of game from a different kind of time. It came out in 2017. I would consider the Surge and its sequel to be the first meaningful iteration of basically anything that's gone on in the Souls genre since its kind of wide public adoption. A bump stock is not a turbo button. Yeah, it's definitely not. All it does is fucking, like, pull the trigger again for you. It's not really. It's kind of nothing. But anyway. It quite literally is just go like, hey, you've now pulled the trigger again. Great. It's faster than firing in just semi-auto, but not by a meaningful amount. You can get your finger working the same speed as a bump stock do. Who fucking knows, but, you know, clowns and their accessories. But anyway, in 2017, what the fuck was I doing? What the fuck was I doing in context with this game? Well, I had just begun working as a driving instructor of all fucking things. Never cared for kids, never cared for teaching, but they were paying a wage that was going to be workable at the time, and they were looking for fucking anybody, as evidenced by hiring yours truly. And, well, Pi, they're opening a door, pal. He figured the door squeaking was, yeah, it was an invitation to whistle. Anyway, so along comes this game, The Surge, and it's got itself a science fiction horror bent on the kind of Souls genre, and wouldn't you know it, this whole thing fucking spirals out of control because somebody was looking for a job. Now, you know, Warren and I don't walk the same kind of roads. It's not even all that parallel. But I can say that it started with applying for a job, getting the job, and then shit got kind of weird from there. I didn't get to hack anybody up, but Warren's going to get to, and we're going to help him do that. He has specific goals in mind. Along this time, I was also reminiscing and rewatching Fooly Cooly, which is something that I think everyone should do. The first one, anyway. The subsequent, like, season 2 and whatever the fuck, was there a third one? The Witch watched them. I couldn't get on board. A little bit too passive. But, you know, Warren has this, this idea of his that he's going to just roll the dice and see if he can help out in a real bad situation, and I can respect that. Me, I have other goals here. There's a guy in charge of the security of this facility we're going to be in, who calls himself something that I just can't abide. I want him. Warren wants to maybe save the world. I mean, there's a Surge too, but he doesn't know that yet. You know, everyone's going to get a little bit of something that they want here. So, let's go ahead and get on in. We're going to apply to Creo, who's going to do a thing about the climate that we fucked up. They're going to do it with rockets and exoskeletons. Their plan is interesting. Have eyes. And hey, Deck 13. They've made other attempts at the Souls genre before. Well, Lords of the Fallen was miserable. You shouldn't play that one. I would recommend the Surge and the Surge 2. We're gonna do a new game. We're gonna overwrite this one. This was me fucking around and playing on my own. Because it requires practice. This is something we'll be switching to after we've done our intro here, because it has some very specific things that I had to do. And you can see that it took me 3 fucking hours to do it. And 3 hours of grinding on stream is just insanity, right? Yeah, that's fine. We can just delete it. You'll see some controller button prompts. Yes, that's fine. Oh, you want me to manually delete it? You don't want to just override it? Sure, that's fine. There you go. So yeah, controller button prompts, because we're using a controller. It's really better played with it.
A society grows great when old men plant trees whose shade they know they shall never sit in. We tend to forget about this, tend to be careless, but we have to rise to the task together. It's up to all of us to sow those seeds, and it's up to us to nurture them towards growth. Creo is not just another company. With Project Resolve, we are building the path to the future. Follow us into a new era, a utopia for all mankind. With every launch, we're healing our planet, restoring its natural shield. A return to the green world we remember, where our children can once more play in the sun. Resolve is not only revitalizing the Earth, but its people too. We've all dreamed of it, and now Creo is making it a reality. Together, we're strong. Together, we can make a change. Unleash your potential with us.
And hey, there you go. For them it was the ozone layer. For us it's carbon emissions, but you get the idea.
Welcome. I know you're glad to be here.
I mean, a job's a job, Don.
And I'm glad to see ya. Creo, you know who we are. Or at least you think you do. Everywhere you turn, we're there. Whether you see us or not. Maybe it's time to take a closer look.
Yeah, let's.
Creo is one of the world's largest...
Looking around.
...consumer and industrial products. But we're so much more. And that's why you're here. At Creo, we're always reaching for the stars.
Aren't we just?
We've always had our eyes on the big picture. From work in the third world, valuable minds in the city education initiative, and of course, programs like Project Resolve that benefit us all. Creo not only wants to change the world.
Yeah, we're not going to invert the look.
We aim to save it. There's no divide here. At Creo, we're all in this together. So welcome to your new life as part of the Creo family.
Heads up with Dawn. We'll be seeing a lot of Dawn. And hey, we're almost there. Looks like we got the job.
Russo Station.
Alrighty. And, well...
To the right.
It's immediately apparent why Warren applied, isn't it? Those exoskeletons sure would be handy in, you know, helping him get on up out of this wheelchair.
Welcome to Creo.
Hey, you guys know where to go, or...
Family.
I like that they still have Oakleys on.
Please proceed directly to registration.
So, where should I go?
They're waiting for you in job registration.
Sure.
Yeah, but where the fuck is that, though, my man?
Please proceed to job registration.
That's weird. Just please proceed to job registration?
They're waiting for you in job registration.
Okay, thanks.
Alrighty. They don't seem to have a whole lot to say. And we'll just follow the lines. Supple. I want to get supple. I want to get so fucking supple. Well. I can tell you which way we're not going. And I'm not just making a joke here, we, actually cannot. So, we're going to hope the job registration is not up there. Well, that platform's seen better days. It doesn't seem safe. In fact, a lot of this seems half-finished, doesn't it? Down we go. Oh, good. But not the whole building is wheelchair accessible. That's breaking some ordinances. Oh, they're turning off the station?
Creo believes in the right tool for the right job, and the right person to wield it.
Alright. Well, I guess that's the complex, right? Ops.
First day on the job? Don't be late.
Okay, that's a weird modulator you got going on there. You got a rocket. In any case, that door is closed. Creo World. Come visit. We will. Another model rocket. They're proud of that one rocket. Well.
Please choose from our 2 currently available positions and form an orderly queue.
Agile and versatile, or brute and persistent. I mean, like, that's cute and everything, but go to hell, you know? What am I, a bitch? Absolutely not. I'm gonna wear a truck. This is America.
If you believe you can move mountains,
I do believe that.
Creo has the job for you. Because as a heavy operator, you can literally do that. Pure
Well, I don't think so, but
relentless performance. Nothing can hold you back. Are you ready? Then join us as
Yes.
a heavy operator and save tomorrow today.
so we can kind of see what it is that I'm signing up for. I do want to be full body forklift certified, so I'm pressing apply.
Rig installation program.
And hey, you know, it's fine. Like, it's a future thing. We already got the job. Application successful.
Patient sedated. Initiating surgery.
Just grit your teeth, Warren. It'll be over soon. Frankly, I'm amazed he's still conscious.
Implanting neural link.
Yeah, get it in there. Well, it's in there now. The surge. So, you know, needless to say, that probably wasn't the intended function of this medical bed. Error. Our battery's shitty. I'm glad it can project that into our brain even when we're not conscious. Yeah, come on, wake up, Buttercup. Let's go. Stop trying to fucking cutting torch my leg. There we go. Alrighty. Hey. That's a plus, right? It's a bonus. I mean, the downside is that we can't take this off. We saw the screws go in. This is just us now.
Designated for disassembly.
Okay, I disagree. So now it's this, you know? We got our ability to walk back. We got this happening. You know how it goes. You've played a Souls game before, I'm sure. There's a whole bunch of DLC activations that are going to fucking flash on the screen because GOG had the whole goddamn thing available for like $4. They were running a deal. I don't think they are now, but it's still not all that expensive. We got those medical packs. Those just get activated via our exoskeleton because it's the future. There's a boy that hides in, you know, this over here. We're just gonna peek at him when we get back on out here, but he's got stuff that that we're gonna cut off. I want you to know where it is that it came from. The other thing of note is that, hey, this is a whole lot more agile than Soulsborne games. Well, Souls games. Not so much for Bloodborne. Warren moves around a lot easier because, again, it's the future. We're not just supporting the weight of the forklift that we're going to be putting on ourselves with our legs. Implants. They come in two types, hardwired and hot swap. Hot swap ones we can just plug on in, like this one, which lets us see their health gauges. That's handy. I would like medical assistance because, well, I mean, let's get into the... We'll get into some sunlight. That'll probably be better. Like that doesn't look great on his head, right? Let's see if we can trick the camera into getting closer. Yeah, you know, oof. So, we may also have been in a situation... do not talk to them, they won't answer. Were you talking about the security guards? They certainly didn't. So we can also surmise that this procedure didn't go off quite the way it was planned. I don't think there's supposed to be part of the metal exposed on my head. Well, okie doke. Our shit don't work, but we've turned on this building. It's got a song playing. Get used to that song.
Are you receiving?
Yeah.
Hello?
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Are you still there?
I sure am. Ma'am, would you... Okay.
The rig has been damaged. Its distress beacon has been triggered.
Okay.
You need to get back into the factory.
Will do. How's it damaged?
The rig seems to work for me. Honestly, it's the least of my problems. I mean, I can walk. Huh. Never thought I'd be able to say that again.
Well, that's good to hear, but the power core is damaged.
Okay.
You have to find a new one to make your rig fully functional.
We've been attacked.
I'm surrounded by dead people here. Maybe someone would like to explain what's going on.
I'm sorry, I don't know. You need to get inside. Maybe you can make something to protect yourself.
Well, I already picked up this pipe.
Gear assembly.
How do we get in?
Okay. I'll just stroll right on over to the factory then.
I certainly don't recommend walking, but there should be a maglev station nearby. They're never far from ops.
Alright.
On my way.
Be careful, and don't forget to replace the power core of your rig or you're not going to get very far.
Okay. So, we gotta plug in a new battery so that our shit here doesn't stop working and we don't die. It is tied to our heart. Well, that's probably not good, right? Yeah, that doesn't bode well. Alright, never mind, bye. He's having a bad day at work. And he's kind of poking at us with that thing on his arm. We're gonna have to crack him, you know, about the unarmored parts. That's what it's teaching us there. There's parts that's protected, and parts that ain't. And we'll learn all about that in a moment or two. Something you've undoubtedly noticed is that we can target body parts here, which I think is neat. Some attacks are better at hitting parts than others. We have a vertical and a horizontal swing. Horizontal, vertical. Either one of those, we can hold the button down and swing a little bit harder. This thing that I'm doing here is something that you can do when you're sprinting, usually a slide-based attack, and it's pretty good for nipping things that are lower. Give me this.
Why don't you listen?
I don't know.
Upgrade your power core or replace it, otherwise you ain't getting through that door.
Thanks, game tips.
Without the proper power capacity, security is gonna end up all over your ass. We've come too far to get caught now. Those implants are worth thousands. This is our golden ticket out of here, man. Don't screw it up.
Alright. Well, they were gonna stroll. speaking of overloading something, this guy seems to be trying to open that door with his face. Which is how doors work, I've found. We gotta tell him to knock that off because, well, his thing's lit up, isn't it? I think his power core might work. Yeah, there we go. Battery acquired. Now, of course, you know, we're doing a thing here where I don't want to give away the whole shebang. I've played a lot of the Surge. I like the Surge a bunch. But this opening here I thought was particularly effective. Just in seeing kind of the state of these corpses, the distance that we are from Warren may not do them the most justice, but we'll see them closer later. These guys are pretty fucking dried out. And, well, I mean, look at this place. Does this look like something recently went wrong? It doesn't seem recent, does it? This had to have been fucked for quite some time, and whatever it was. Use its weapons against it. We'll find out what that means. You know, it's interesting to think, like, well, how long has it been fucked for? Have we arrived in time to do anything about what's going on? And I mean, yeah, there's a sequel. So, draw your own conclusions there. These are shortcuts. And, well, I appreciate environmental storytelling like that, where they don't have to go, "Oh, but you see, Warren, you've arrived too late. It happened weeks ago." I know, I can see that. This place is a fucking graveyard of spare parts. Like, it's pretty boned. The buildings are not finished. Those appear to be held up entirely by ramshackle supports and, like, you know, the whole thing is a sham, and you can tell just by looking at it. It sure isn't a scheduled break time. We'll get there. We gotta replace our battery first. So, I'm sure you saw the drones respawn earlier. This is our bonfire. This med bed with this song playing. There you go, our core level. We got our power consumption down there. We pour scrap into the thing. It reconfigures it in order to work for, you know, increasing that core power. We increase our stats with implants, things that we can plug into this exoskeleton. We can change the appearance of the exoskeleton. That comes with the DLC. We can also change our undersuit. We can get this slick fucking Genji-ass looking thing here. We can pretend we're a doctor, which I'm pretty sure is illegal, but who's gonna care? We can get this affair going on right now, but I don't really care for it. We'll stick with Warren's jumpsuit. It looks nice and functional. He's got his Iron Mouse shirt on. You know, so he, this is a man of culture.
Gear voucher detected.
Yes. He likes comic. He has read one before. I also like the looks of these exoskeletons. They're reminiscent of the ones that you see in, like, Elysium. Which, of course, are reminiscent of the ones that DARPA works on. DARPA, Raytheon.
Voucher redeemed.
Thank you. Okay, there's a leg. And an arm. What a fucking rip. Well... we got 2 limbs off the forklift we're going to fucking wear. So, you know. That's where we're at. Our gear voucher, you would think would supply us with everything we need, but this is America.
Happy to help.
Good. Now that our battery is fixed, though, we can do all kinds of things. You notice we got a 3rd meter. It's blue. And this is the standout feature of the game, and something that I really do appreciate. By targeting things and cracking away at them, I can select what rewards I get off this guy. I want that thing on his arm. We SWAT dudes, we build energy. That allows us to do this. Gimme. Uh-huh. That's less important than the other thing. That's what we need. It's a class of weapons that I don't think is anyone's favorite. Like, some people use them, most people don't. This is the single-rigged sort, where we have just lashed this fucking thing to my arm. It's a big ol' 2-arc plasma cutter. Not the most nimble, but, as you can see, it knocks them around. And we're gonna collect parts like this. You know, just to get ourselves outfitted. So we've cut off 2 of the arms, and we can also attack the legs, the head, and the body. We need something to protect our eyes. So this man's gonna just have to fork it over. Gimme. There we are. Now we have the schematic for his visor. And, well, we could use something to protect our vitals. Something else to mention is that each and every last one of these weapons has their own kind of set of moves. There we go, yeah, that's right. Just hand it over. Thank you. So they all have their own set of moves, and some are better at attacking specific limbs than others. Again, this means that your choice of weapon is going to boil down to what it is you personally prefer as far as a stat called... Well, we'll get into it. Why the hell not? We got time. Impact. The attack speed. Your proficiency scaling we'll talk about in a second. And energy gain. We see that the energy gain of these smaller, lighter things is lower, and the impact is ranked as medium. Impact puts people off balance. That's countered by that stability stat you can see there at the bottom of our thing. Everything is going to do damage, not everything is going to knock them around. And hey, we've made it inside of whatever the fuck this facility was supposed to be before it was wrecked. Then we got stopped by some rubble. It's alright, it's just rubble. Whack. And by overcoming their stability, you know, we can cancel their attacks. We can also block, and there's a dodge mechanic that I've never quite gotten the timing down on. But, you know, I've made it through the game just fine more than once, so... the way that you do that is you hold block, you knock it up or down. This whole fucking dance with the other analog stick is much more important in the second one, but we'll yammer about the second one when we get to it. Which I will say is a superior game, not necessarily a superior narrative. I like this one's story presentation better. There we go. Use exolifts to reach places. Yes, sir. Oh no, we don't have quite enough. That's okay. We're going to make a circuit here, which we'll, you know, have to do more than once. But it's alright, don't worry too much about it. In order to get scrap to plug into our shit, to level our power core up. Something else to note about this locational system is that, you know, you can see as I'm attacking the leg, he's much easier to stagger. So if I'm hitting things that are, well, supporting the dude, I have a greater chance of getting him to stop doing whatever the fuck it is that he's doing for a moment. Hey, you. I'm trying to pick a fight with you. Please respond. And this guy we're going to kind of dance around. There we are. That's the finisher that goes off if you haven't done enough damage to any particular limb. Ah, there's our proficiency. Oh, thank you. Your proficiency goes up as you use a weapon, so there's a kind of scaling that happens with specific weapons. They'll do more if you're more proficient with them. I think it has some other benefits, but I've only played the game. I haven't attempted to fucking, like, get real fucking weird with the analysis. And I find that that's something that a lot of people mistake about their time with any kind of Souls-like, is they go, well, I have to get super involved in this. Not really. You can kind of bumblefuck your way into whatever it is that you want to be doing in them. Don't be intimidated if you haven't played one before. It looks like he's only got the body and the legs. Oh, he's got a headpiece too, so we'll probably try to take that. As a rule, whacking them in the head is the quickest way to destabilize them. This will be important later when we have some weirder enemies to deal with. It's not just going to be fucking construction mummies forever. There you go. And that ought to do it. Mm-hmm. Almost. There we are. Okay. This door we can open. Welcome to Loop 1 of the facility. Do you get it? It's like a spook-em-up is happening here. Do you get it? It's some kind of spooky stuff. This is unhappy floor. Say, don't hang out on unhappy floor. But there's also a fucking rusty pipe here. It'll let me demonstrate some other type of weapon, and there's several. Well, we just have the drones, why not? So we got the single rigged. You've seen the one-handers. There is a stick. Stick is available. Stick has very long multi-hit combos. So if that's your thing, maybe stick is for you. It's not really my thing. I prefer to just, like, hit them as few times as possible, to the greatest effect. Oh, hang on. There's an exo lift here. Did you... You gotta use it to reach other areas. And hey, there's stuff up here. And not much else. I also liked their decision to start you in broad daylight. Darkness is an easy trick to fall into. We're gonna swap back over to my single rigged. When you're doing any kind of horror scenario, and if you're not worried by something in the daytime, you're probably not gonna be super worried about it at night either. Did I already pick this up? I think I did. I think I took you back here. Yeah. This is an important one early on because, well, I'll show you.
Welcome, Warren.
Thank you. It knows my name. Isn't that nice? Nothing there? Okay. So, leveling up. Is this easy? Of course you have to listen to this song. But don't you worry, by the time we're done, you'll be humming it. Every medbay. So, this is an aggression amplifier. Health restored when performing finishing moves. So when I do an execution, I get health back. That's great. Straight up health boost, damage boost, regen, detect secrets. I'm not going to use this. Unless I wind up with like a whole bunch of extra slots, but I probably won't. Every time you hit one of those numbers, new slot opens up on the thing. And all of those pieces that we cut have components for making the stuff. It costs scrap, you know, raw materials to fucking assemble it, as well as these salvage materials, armatures, regulators, processors, pneumatic helixes. I assume they mean like micro hydraulics. The force regulators resemble apogee motors. Let's see. Probably not those guys yet, not at least until we've slapped together some stuff, which is going to require more scrap. Also good news is that we've leveled up our core, which means that we can access more of the facility. I think I'm gonna want your chest. There you go. You're welcome. And give me that leg. Now, something else to consider is that, well, you know, this isn't a time or magic-oriented thing that's happening with us visiting the med lab. Something is regulating it, isn't it? There's a voice that greets us every single time, wishes us a good day at work. And we are an employee of this building, and, well, these are probably still tagged as employees of this building. So, whatever it is they're full of, that's propping them back up is the same stuff that's propping us back up every time we go to ops. It's just a grand reset for whatever fucking corpse happens to be present. Not sure if they're reconstituted wholesale. It's a fair guess, but you know, we'll get to that. But the kind of save state that these guys seem to be in is not great, huh? And again, I appreciated that as well. Like, we, a lot of times in games we'll gloss over respawn mechanics and what it is that it's going to work with and how it's going to do. This one doesn't necessarily just spell it out for you. It doesn't say, Warren, don't you realize you have been part of the Matrix all along? But it does leave you enough to draw accurate conclusions about how it is this is working. Oh, look, a secret. What could be behind the door? Down we go. To find out. What do you got? And give me that headpiece. I'm gonna have to build one of these, so I need processors. Otherwise my fucking brain case won't work. There we go. Something else that I'll call attention to is that, well, you know, while it is that I'm doing this, we're building up scrap. We're making sure that we're getting that scrap, getting that currency, those souls, if you will. There's a multiplier running. The longer that I stay away from ops and the more scrap that I'm collecting, the higher that's going to go, which means that I end up accelerating my scrap gains. It means that I stand to lose more if I die, sure. But, you know, you got that risk-reward thing happening. Sustaining array.
We've had issues with Robert Weave again. This time about the exoskeleton program. He's refused to have the implant surgery. And we've explained it's hardly invasive, even offered to double his bonus. But no, thinks management will use it to control the workforce. And he even brought up this union nonsense again. If he poisons the others, it could put us months behind schedule. It's amazing. He doesn't see it as making his job easier. I recommend termination. Yeah, we've put up with too much of his trash talking.
Well, that vaguely Canadian-sounding fellow wants to just fire a guy for not wanting to have a hole drilled in his head. Use its weapons against it again.
I can't believe they just fired Dr. Chavez. After the years of hard work and dedication she's put into this company. I suppose that's what you get when you stand up for your convictions. The worrying thing is, she's right. I've seen the data. We've got to keep working, now more than ever. Most of people would give up. She's not one of them. And if she's not, I won't.
Well, it appears that they fired someone relatively high profile. Someone that you wouldn't think would get shit canned so easily. Yeah. I know. The tutorials in this first part can get a little weird. That's not the only thing that'll get a little weird. We'll see a whole lot of things that are just errors with the game. And you know, oh well. It's not without its flaws. But, to be honest, I do find the combat not only rewarding, but relaxing. There's a sort of meditative peace in the rhythm of it. Like, you know, I know what it is that I gotta do, where it is that I gotta step, what it is that I can accept as a risk, and what it is that I can't, and the plotting nature of it means that it's very, very easy to time. Speaking of timing, I had mentioned that they all have their own movesets, and a lot of the times that means 2 horizontals and then you can swap to a vertical to get a different thing going on, or 2 verticals and then you can swap to a horizontal to get another thing going on, stamina depending. None of it's terribly complex. You can get relatively technical with it, but there's also no need. The weapons that we encounter later on, which again, sort of like stick, have very, very long combo strings that you can pull. They're also the weapons that I have the least amount of practice with. Because, like I said, I prefer to hit them as few times as as I can. I want to win, I don't want to dance. And we're getting that proficiency up. Well, we know what that means. Please use the other side. Spells it right out for us. I mean, we could. We may as well. There's not a lot of point in opening this door. It goes to the same room as the bigger door that we opened previously. So, sure, I guess. We're gonna take you over here just to look at something. You see that guy? We don't touch that guy yet. That guy will one-shot us. Oh no, it was an ambush. And a sniper. Ugh. Ow. Dickhead. Alright, you little son of a bitch. A frustrating enemy sort early on, but they won't be a problem for much longer. We're here to get scrap and to raise that proficiency. And then there are a number of tools that we're going to grab in order to make our first boss encounter much, much easier, and we'll at least get you there tonight. And, you know, no matter how long it is that it takes. Because I promise you we'd run long. There we go. And there we go. We're gonna grab another leg here. Thank you. Thank you for your donation. At Creo, we're all in this together.
Great news, guys.
Great news.
Finally got the new gear assembly unit down here. And not a moment too soon. The old one was spitting out worse trash than what you put in. For now, though, you'll have to manually unlock the schematics on your local accounts, at least until they update the interface. The rest is business as usual.
Business.
Make sure you got the proper materials, and hit OK.
Well, someone's from the Northeast. People come from all over to get a job at Creo. Big hiring firm. I wonder how many of these fuckers that got shit drilled into them were like, it's a temp construction job, right? How bad could it be? Come here. I got him. I feel like that's cheating. I don't feel like that would needed to go through that box. But like, alright, fam. Complete shitheadery. There's another one. Yeah, there you are. I'll wait. And okie doke. Now, it's typically inadvisable to go into this spot up here without, you know, lights. We don't have no lights. We got nothing on our body. But, you know. Okay. I'm not picky on whose head I take off. Ow. We might get our first death because I was over-aggressive. Oh no, we're good. Gimme. That one too. That ought to be enough stuff to put together head stuff. He was just headbutting some abs, just lamenting those. Eat great cheese on those abs. Resolve is not the answer, though. No resolve. Well, we can't squeeze back through. We'll have to take the stairs. There's a shortcut that we could open up, but oh well. Nah, we got a fucking health thing. Let's press our luck, shall we? Don't worry about him. We'll worry about him in a second. We could go up here. You know, just have ourselves a look. Train's not running, though. Out of order. Cannot be open right now. Central Production B. Power outage.
After the recent events and the continuing threat to Creo security, we are asking all employees to remain vigilant. Please, if you see or hear anything suspicious, report it immediately to your supervisor. Protect yourself, your job, your family. Terrorism is everyone's problem.
Terrorism? Who's doing a terrorism? I'm sure you've seen that door flex. We hang around long enough, they'll get in. He's got a friend. Kinda want that friend gone before we throw down. Pop. Come on. Come on. Open the door. This'll get us to the shortcut. Do you need me to go down further? Is that the trigger? Yeah, I believe it is. Sir? I mean, fucking someday. I need you to open it. Come on. I swear it's supposed to open. Alright, we're just gonna have to come back. My shortcut boy has failed me. Oh well. The stairs it is. You know, like a fucking pleb. Is this closer? Yeah, this is closer to just drop down. There we go. Using our feet and not a shortcut. Eh. There. The little garbage collectors have been defeated. Well, good a time as any to slap some more things together, isn't it? Check that recycling. We'll probably need to do more arms. For right now, we need one more of those. We need one more of these. We could do with this. We could do with this. We could also do with this. So along with just constructing these things, you can upgrade them, provided you have the necessary stuff. There, now it's better. And we're doing this with tungsten? I'm not sure what components would require it, but tungsten is it's a good metal to use. Not for everything. But these require it. There we go. Now we're in the future. Our face is loading. Well, it doesn't cover the vitals, but we do have lights on it. And oh no, we're out of core power. We've been picking up these things. It's like the small souls of the whatever the fucks and all that stuff. Organizers. That's our power core. Company update. Hello again, Creo employees. Since we've been getting a lot of questions about our upcoming projects, I thought it might be a good idea to give you a glimpse of what's ahead. Even at this very moment, our best scientists are focused on only one thing: making your life better. While I can't reveal too much yet, we have been making some great strides in the nanotechnology field, pushing us to the boundaries of what's possible. After all, Creo is here to accelerate everyone's growth. In the meantime, R&D has signed off on the release of several new equipment packs. Our best scientists have been racking their brains 24/7 to break new ground in medical science, outer space exploration, and molecular technology to help you take the first step to a better tomorrow. Are you along for the ride? Your fellow traveler, Don Hackett! Exclamation point. Daypass admits one Creo employee and family to Creo World. Ooh, and family! Do you hear that, darling? Pi? You want to go to Creo World? Buckle up and get ready for some fun! All caps. Welcome to Creo. Please redeem your personalized gear voucher at any gear assembly to receive your designated work gear. They only gave me one leg and one arm, so apparently they don't care about my spine. For personal use only. Unauthorized purchase or resale is a breach of company protocol. Reboot voucher. Rishbotter Productions proudly presents Frontier Riders Season 8. Back for more adventures, barroom brawls, and daring do. This long overdue comeback will turn heads with its revamped cast and countless plot twists. Join the action now and go west. Okay. Security memo. To all echelon squads. The restricted tool vault... Whoop. My bad. The restricted tool vault containment protocols have failed and several high-value echelon assets have been stolen. Reclamation of these assets should be considered a beta-level priority for all personnel, superseding all gamma-level orders and below. Locate the renegade thieves, reclaim the stolen assets, and neutralize all offenders. Begin your search in Central Production B. These are your orders. Asset list follows: MG Vulcan, MG Caldarium, MG Striegel, MG Ignis, and MG Vigilance. Fun new bits. Well, we got Dawn again. We'll read Dawn later. We've listened to those. Same there. Let's upgrade our shit. More power. More power than has ever been dreamed of. Damn. That's as much power as we're gonna get right now. Anyway, this thing here, they mentioned nanotechnology. This is a nanoforge, and that's also how this works here, and it's also what's keeping us alive. That's what those med packs are. They're reconstructing bits of us via nanosurgery. We don't have enough to fix our arm yet, but at least we'll have fixed the load across the rest of us. Which means... Hey, you, come here. Yeah. That's gonna work out just fine. Whack. They also mentioned something else, didn't they? Some kind of space program? Well, I mean, we are in a rocket yard, right? It would make sense that there would be attempting to use their advanced technology and, you know, getting together an astronaut. These guys are here now. It's Phantom Spaceman. He's got a fun thing on his arm that I want. Not necessarily need, but it is helpful. Ow. You can see how effective it is. Alright. And we need to damage that arm. No, 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 no. I need his arm. There you go. Fix yourself. There we go. Almost. Now we... Ah, fucking A. Sometimes the prompt doesn't trigger quite right. Good news is that he'll respawn. We're gonna grab this in the meantime. It's just parts. So, to the bonfire we go. I want that thing on his arm. Now, typically farming those guys is tedious because there's one here and then there's one that's just a little ways down by the big machine that I told you we don't touch. And, you know, if you've done them both, well, go take a seat, sport. We gotta fucking reset the enemies and try them again. And this is part of what wound up taking like 3 hours last night. The other thing is that, as I'm sure you've noticed now, our parts here have specific requirements of our power core, and the parts that they equip are expensive. They're pretty good for elemental resistance, which is something that we'll need to consider going forward. But all in all, they also just sort of look neat. You know, the fucking spacemen with the suit is integrated with like this fucking EV armature. Like this is for long spacewalks. Oh, he cold cocked me with that thing that says boost on it. That's nice. Hey, our first death on stream. Mazel tov. And, like I wanted to do last night, my initial instinct, shake it off, get back in there. Yes, I'm aware of that. So you can pick up your stuff, you know, because it's a Souls game. Thank you. Yeah, you can get off my screen now. Come to me. We'll knock out their friends too. We'll make sure that we have plenty of cutting sauce for when we make another attempt at this guy's arm. Sir, I'm not going to take no for an answer. Thank you. So like everything else, you can get their stuff and dress yourself up as a spaceman, but, well, this Warren didn't do quite that well on his entrance exam. I'll have to alter the timeline in order to make sure that he gets the right answers, you know? It's not technically cheating. Not technically. Because we're operating on Airbud rules. You know, there's no rule saying that a ghost dog can't give you the test answers. There we go. Now we have this. It's a better version of the other thing that we had. A single rigged weapon, different moveset. Does its stuff with its control surface. This fucking edge here. As well as that thruster. I had also mentioned elemental damage and all that stuff. Details. So you can see the kind of damage that it does. Primarily crush, a little bit of thrust. Not really any slash, no elemental. And they all do something different. This does elemental damage, less crush, about the same thrust, a little bit more slash. It's because what it's doing is, well, those plasma cutters. Gear has similar stats. You can see what its defenses are like. Make sense? Makes sense. Now that we have this,
take care.
We can go and be a menace to a whole lot of other things because, well, its stats are much better, aren't they? We got an extra bump of 4 damage, and more importantly, better proficiency scaling and energy gain. And we may as well make this run productive. It'll go faster, I promise. See what I mean? It's also better at targeting those limbs on the opposite side with the shove. Part of this thing's moveset, not part of the other ones. I can duck backwards and trigger that move with the ass steer there. But, you know, that's additional button presses. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Just go ahead and shoulder check that guy into oblivion. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. And gimme. So I'm not entirely sure what this thing is that I've lashed to my arm. Clearly it's some sort of rocket thruster. But why is it lashed to my arm? Other than, I don't know, looked cool. I'm wondering if it's part of a greater apparatus that, you know, the astronaut suit there wasn't finished. And this is what we wound up with. We won't get those answers. The guy inside that suit is, well, you know, he's a mummy. Have you gone over set bonuses yet? I haven't. We'll get there. That'll be when we swap over to where I've done the farming and crap beforehand. But, you know, equipment has set bonuses. They're out there. Some of them are much better than others. The astronaut in particular has a bonus to the impact of all weapons that start with code name, like the booster that's on my arm. And, well, there's some that are almost broken, like the Iron Mouse set is fucking ridiculous. We probably won't be hunting that down. Not because I have a particular dislike for it or anything, I just don't feel like it. And I mean, you know, hey, it says casual right in the thing. This had a multiplayer component? Oh, absolutely not. No, you play the Surge by yourself, asshole. This is like how you do drinking proper. Sad and alone at 4 in the morning. And you do it not to feel feelings anymore. hate the Iron Mouse set, love the Lynx set. That's fair. I don't really care for the way the Iron Mouse set looks and the hoops that I gotta jump through. The Lynx set looks neat, but my problem with it is that it doesn't, like, protect my vitals. Well, you know, I got like a whole gimmick here on this channel. Maybe you noticed it with the name and everything. We'll have something appropriate on by the time that everything's said and done. That guy can live in the rocks, though. So we're going somewhere specific because the boy that I was counting on to open those doors in a timely manner decided he didn't feel like it. And hey, we got lights now. It's dark. That's right, whole children for life. Still, now, forever. It doesn't matter where it is that we are, or where we go. Don't worry, I will find a hole for us all to crawl into. Give me this. Press down to toggle your gear lights. I'm sorry. Yeah, to toggle your gear lights. Sometimes the text is fun. We'll find examples of that. Oh, hi. You came up the ramp, did you? And we'll get to that guy, too. For right now, he's fine where he is. This is more unhappy ground. We'll touch this when we have the appropriate shoes. You don't even need lights to go down there. Oh, yeah. You can equip the Spectre Bite and light it up that way. But I didn't. I decided on lights first.
Let me out.
There's even an achievement for it. Where it goes, hey, good job you realize that this thing gives off light. Some scrap bits. Some of this. We got the Lynx set on right now, and these lights are not great. I think they're positioned too high. It angles them down when Warren is in his ready stance. Great job, Creo. Fucking kick-ass QA. Should've caught it. Push his glasses up nose. There's a door we can't open yet. It doesn't know it, but I'm the captain. It just doesn't know it yet. We'll get that open in time.
We have come into possession of
audio log.
Links Ed Nakana, employee number 776910, to the homicides associated with the individual known as the Liberator. All indications point to the fact that he has deliberately tampered with his neural implant, including disabling its GPS function. Therefore, CreoNet cannot ascertain his whereabouts. While he's at large, he is a serious threat to staff and Creo's image. If this were to get out, we need to take care of this, quickly and quietly.
Well, there have been homicides, huh? By a man calling himself the Liberator, which is an interesting, you know, moniker for a murderer. But, hey.
I have to say I'm not comfortable with this. Not comfortable at all. We've had multiple accidents in this sector. We have to shut it down and take it to pieces bit by bit. Now, I know what you're gonna say, but we've been lucky. We've been able to sweep the previous incidents under the rug. We can't keep relying on luck. I know nobody cares about the ones, but God knows they will care if the media gets hold of it. Or worse, the Oversight Committee.
Well, they're worried about the Oversight Committee. I'm going to turn the power back on in here. And we have a new kind of weapon. I promised you we would be wearable forklift certified. There we are. Threat to your image, oh no, better call a brand manager. Yeah, I mean, it's an American corporation. It's Creo, you know? It's basically the Tesla corporation at this point, right? Like, it's SpaceX. This is the twin-rigged thing. You get a thing on each side. It has very long combo strings. Also, it's pieces of a forklift, which is nice. It's not my preferred kind of weapon. These are. They are, however, very good. You can really do a whole lot of stuff with twin-rigged.
Power system activated.
Okay.
Sector initializing.
We turned the lights back on.
Sector online. Attention. Security lockdown in effect.
It sure is. Maybe by now that guy will have opened that fucking door.
Active.
And, well,
To Creo at this time.
security systems are active. Yeah, there we go. He fucking finally cracked his head against it enough to open that thing up. Good for him. I'm proud of him. He stuck with it. I love the amount of things you can do with the implants in this game. With both DLCs by the first... Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, there's... We've got the DLCs on tap, and there's stuff that we'll be showing off with how nuts the DLC makes you. And, well, you know. Yeah, no. Just in case we didn't get one of those earlier. Hi. Cool beans. Cool beans. We've almost got everything that we're going to need in order to fight the power, so to speak. But yeah, the implant system is nice. The lack of kind of like weird micromanagey stats is also nice. That's a problem that like Dark Souls 2 ran into, is that they tried to stat everything, and ultimately it was just to the game's detriment. Keep the RPG crap relatively simple. It should be invisible for the most part, I think, is if you're going to have a game that controls with any kind of, you know, player input, and it's not just all dice rolls all the time. And I think the Surge does a pretty decent job of that. Even though Warren's jump is a weird thing. Yeah, I have to click in the stick in order to get him to sprint, and then I have to click it again to get him to jump. You can do it with buttons on the fucking face of the controller too, but it's still 2 button presses to get a thing to happen. Gimme. And, well, hey, an animation glitched. It's Deck 13. Had to run and click the left stick to jump, it's easier, yeah. Yeah, it certainly can be, but it's still 2 button presses, and that spreads it out over 2 hands. And sometimes the game isn't so good with more than 1 button being pressed at a time. It'll kind of try to assign priority, which happens with programs. They're only capable of recognizing so many inputs at once, and before they just kind of like pick one. Hey, we finally unlocked this for unlimited use. All in all, it's just kind of an awkward feature. We don't have to jump terribly often. There are specific attacks you can get while you do jump. Oh, that's a slide. Press, there we go. That particular punch is pretty good. A lot of the leap attacks are.
Hello.
Hold dodge to run and double tap it to jump. Yeah. Yep, you're correct. Bloodborne is a similar way. Yeah, I think you have to hold sprint, and then you tap it again to jump, or hold dodge to run and then tap it again to jump. Truck body. You know how we do, we go hard. We're just missing truck head, huh? We cut off 1 astronaut thing. Like I said, that was to demonstrate that, hey, this comes from somewhere. Quick comparison. 2 more power for basically no reason. They have different stats. You can see them here. Greater elemental defense. But from Creo's Japanese subsidiary, Tenshi Systems, I believe that's what Heaven is 10. Anyway, the Angel 6 is the latest model in a successful series of space exo-rigs custom-made for extreme conditions. Originally designed for labor-intensive tasks in hazardous environments, it will withstand extreme duress for prolonged periods of time, keeping its wearer focused on the task ahead. I like that they try to sell you on it after I've cut it off of one of their mummified corpse employees and strapped it to myself. After having fed the schematic and a whole bunch of garbage I found through a nano forge. What do we want for the PAX fight? Well, we want that, don't we? We'll probably have to do one more cycle. Oh well. Such is life. Oh, actually. How many do we... Ah, yeah. That'll do her. No, you take care. Did we do it? Did we squeak in? Hell yeah, we did. Okay. Yeah, it takes 4, right? And it's hardwired, so we gotta use the med bed. Boom. The reason we want that... we can probably ditch the, these, right? This means that the excess energy that we build up, that we're not using for putting dudes into pieces, can be used to heal us. It's important for sustaining us on longer trips. See, it's got a little medicine thing there, a little syringe on my meter. And by now we know this route by heart, don't we? Actually, you know what? We can just take our new shortcut. What do you think about that? Oh, and we built truck body and I didn't fucking get the bits for it. Oh well. It would require 4 more levels. Improving that power core again. Which is fine. I don't think we're going to need to do it. The first boss is not all that terribly difficult, and we'll talk about how bosses work and how it is that beating them in specific ways gets you special bits. I know. It's crazy out there. Good night. And where's the other one? Where'd you get to? There he is. See, so when things die early, but we have energy, we just press that button. It helps us out, and it lets us save those larger fixes for larger problems. Oh, we gotta wait for the... There it is. Thank you. Round the corner so we don't get shot in the back, or poked in the back with a torch. Top off just a little bit. Hey guy. Still having a rough day, huh? Ooh, a twofer. Great, love it, love to see it. Y'all hang out there, I gotta go talk to this guy.
Reboot in progress.
Hello, sir?
System check initiated.
Okay.
Error. Bypassing. Error. Bypassing. Bypass successful. Bringing primary weapon online. Primary weapon offline. Secondary systems operating.
Well, there you go. His primary weapon is offline. Ow. And what it is that I'm trying to do here is just kind of knock him around until he does this. Now, the way to get the special weapon here is just to kind of run around while they do this. And when they do the stomping attack, we can knock them off balance by hitting the leg that is remaining on the ground while the other one is lifted. Provided that you've, you know, gotten there quickly enough. It's cool. We'll get another opportunity. Ow. No dice. Eh. Gave me a good game ass slap. Oh, only one stomp, huh? He's being a little fucking squirrely this time. I was expecting the lunge. No dice on the lunge. Weird camera angle. Okay. There we go. And then we knock him over, and we slap at his tender insides. There's no finisher that we can do on him. He's too big for us to slap around that way. Hey. That's that leg plate gone. We've been upgraded, as far as the tactical analysis is concerned. Upsies, and we're done. That nets you a V2.0. Which is a special kind of the boss weapons. They have the better stats. This guy's been here for a bit. He's got plant life growing in him. So, you know, hey, make your own guesses as to the time scale of this disaster. But we've done it. We are victorious. The lights are on. We have established ourselves as the new security. And what do I mean by that? Well, I mean, it says it right on the thing. Comply. You must. This is going to be our friend for quite some time. All the way through the game. One of the complaints that people have is that the gear plateaus very, very early. I don't see that as a bad thing. I like it. I don't really feel the need to be constantly changing out my shit every 5 seconds because, you know, I'm not like a smooth-brained baby that enjoys having keys jangled in front of my face. I would rather have, like, my equipment and set it up the way I like it. Oh, Don has things to say.
Amazing experience. I mean, you already know that Creo is not just another company.
Oh no, zoom back in on Don. There we go.
Berg has a vision of a better world. We've all seen what has happened during our lifetime. This is not the future we were promised. Jonah saw the world deteriorate before his eyes. It was not just the social, economic problems, the divide between the haves and the have-nots. No, it was bigger. Crops were failing, sea levels rising, droughts, floods, storms. Our world was dying. Project Resolve was designed not as a band-aid, but as a cure. With every launch, the integrity of our atmosphere is being strengthened. With every rocket's payload, our world is being reseeded for future generations. Jonah used his considerable influence to bring together world leaders and corporations to create the Kyoto Accord. No longer could the environmental changes be ignored. Many even deemed it too late. But Jonah had an idea, and using his company's extensive resources, he'd already prototyped what would become Project Resolve. And that's why you're here, to make a difference. That's why Creo's here. That's why we're all here, to make a dream reality. Not just for us, but for our children, and for our children's children.
I mean, it sounds good, but it hasn't worked out. Anyway, this place is more finished, but...
I just had the incredible honor of
well, that happened. And it looks like there's some sort of call stack readout happening.
Not just another company. Our founder...
Well, let's go to registration. Oh, good. Hang on. Be the iron bar. Right next to supple. I can have everything I wanted. I can be supple and iron all at once. Man and machine, the perfect team. Yeah. Spit me out a helper.
Connection failure. Rerouting. Manual link established. Welcome to main production. Worker number. Database error. Let me show you around.
Oh, he's having problems. That's okay.
How may I help you?
Other go-to armor set is the Asclepius set, stacked with infinite block build, which generates nearly a full bar of energy after a block, which activates heal on hit for the set bonus, and you basically have infinite heals if you have enough red cables or blue cables. Yeah. Also a solid build. I won't be going with any kind of formula. I make these things up as I go every single fucking time. Because, again, like, you know, people go, well, I like this build, and I play this build specifically that I looked up on Reddit, and I say, cool, if that's what you want to do. It's also not necessary. And a big part of me does not appreciate that it's what a lot of people pitch as the way to play the games. It's not. Never has been. Anyway, where's operations?
Then where's operations?
Information unavailable.
Oh.
Right. So, where is everybody?
Unable to initiate link to CreoNet.
Well.
Data available.
Alright.
Seems you've got a screw loose somewhere.
Thanks for your concern. Error. No loose screws found.
Okay. Well, he doesn't have any loose screws.
Let me show you the way. Terms of use and license agreement.
Okay.
The IB of service provided by Creo. I'd like to help. I'd like to help. I'd like to... Please, hold the line.
Okay. Companion drone acquired. He's our friend. He's got tools. Made this build myself just playing around. Cool. Like I said, I don't even bother to fucking write down anything that it is that I'm doing. I just do it. You can play these games pretty fucking sloppy. It ain't all that important to have a plan. The same goes for Souls games. You know, of the proper mainline series. Down we go. Let's turn our lights on. You get, you know, insurance bonuses, typically discounts, if you have daytime running lights, so shh, just turn them on and keep them on. These vending machines are not the best, huh? I don't really see anything in there that I want. Swapping implants to see what does what. Yeah, exactly. Like, the whole fucking deal with these games and a lot of their open customization is for you, the player, to fuck around and just kind of see what falls out, or don't, as you know, it strikes you. It's really, there's a rigidity to the communities that surround these sorts of experiences that I really don't appreciate.
Welcome.
It's fucking weird.
It's currently running on emergency power.
Emergency power, huh?
Limited at the moment.
Well, alright.
Apologize for any inconvenience.
Well, it looks like we can't do anything with that. Well, at this point, let's go ahead and swap on over. Let me just give Warren some pointers on his application. You know, just talk it over with him a bit. Like I said, 3 hours of just grinding in that spot. It's not something anyone wants to watch, and I don't have any fucking personality to carry it. A new game plus 8 with 36 slots. Oh yeah. I don't tend to even continue on those new game pluses, but anyway, you can see we did really well on our entrance exam this time. We're Spaceman. A spaceman who is born in a prison, you know, with no hope of getting out. Alright, so what was I doing here? Well, I was turning this shit on first, and you see our little logo up there. That indicates that we have some stuff happening. We can see what over here. Gear set bonus. Wearing a full set of Angel's 6 gear increases attack speed, energy gain, and impact for all codename tools. Like this codename Engelhart we have on our arm. Open, please. Hello? He left. Hey, you see where that guy went? Alright, shit. There's no need for all of that. Ask a question. Christ. These people on this fucking workshop are rude. There we go.
Sector initializing.
Now we just had to fuse the fucking circuit, you know. I guess, like, it Must have just like blown and nobody replaced it, but we can just yank that out and worry about power surges later to never. This is security. Again, they don't know it yet, but I am their boss. They'll find out though. And hey, you know how this works. Oh, press Y. Well, see, our boy has tools. They get better if we meet the energy threshold. He does more damage. He'll have more tools later. I feel your pain. Grinded 100. Yeah, the 100 mil scrap thing. Later on, the core costs of a lot of things get up there, and yeehaw!
It's almost high noon, cowboy.
Hey, yeah, come here.
Saddle up your horse, polish the old six-shooter, and wet your whistle with a swig of moonshine.
Didn't hit the arm enough for that. Well, that's okay. They respawn.
To deliver some swift frontier riders justice. What are you waiting for? Our Parrot chamber will be your new home on the testing range.
Yeah, it will be.
Giddy up!
The gunshots. So yeah, you know, there goes that guy. He's part of the DLC. We'll be hearing a lot of him. And don't worry, we'll go down there to the testing range shortly. Eh. Eh. Well, you shouldn't, huh?
Help. Please.
Now, see, unlike that other guy that we left in that hole, in the previous timeline, this guy means it.
Anyone there? Can anybody hear me?
The one that comes out of the downstairs room where they're yelling for help, is one of these fools here with the big old hammer.
Come on, help me.
Yeah, I got you. Hello. I'm an astronaut now.
Damn. Thanks, man.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I thought I was stuck in here for good.
Were you drinking the thing with the fire logo? Was that oil? No. You know, I am an astronaut, though.
Thought I was gonna starve in here. Don't know how much longer I would have lasted.
So tell me, what's your story?
Name's Davey, man. I work on the shell production line. Ran in here when those freaks started showing up.
Mouth animations aren't the greatest, huh?
The door was busted and I was stuck. Don't even know how long I've been in here.
Well,
you know what's going on around here?
You mean all this crap? No idea, man. Way above my pay grade. Something
not above mine, though.
That's for sure. Melted my damn neural link. It was like I was tripping in someone else's head. Thoughts, memories, just not my own. Some weird shit going down. That's all I know.
Okie doke.
So, what are you gonna do now?
Dunno, man. Not staying out here, that's for damn sure. Maybe ops? Should be safe, right?
Okay, see you.
Later.
Well, Davey's kind of twitchy, isn't he? Anything going on over here? No. He's got kind of a view of, you know, the rest of the facility. Got stuff in your boxes. I'm gonna put my feet all over your bed. Excuse me. Davey, excuse me. There we go. Well, we helped one person.
How much time has passed? Minutes? Hours? Days? This place is falling apart. I'm falling apart. I was told it wouldn't hurt, that the whole thing would be over in just a couple of minutes. But the pain when it started. I was awake. It cut open my flesh, pierced into my bones. I can still hear the machines, feel them, and I screamed. Just screamed until there was no air left in my lungs. But it didn't stop. It didn't stop.
Sounds like somebody else had a bad first day on the job. How long has it been malfunctioning for?
Don't believe it.
Hey, guy.
You over here.
Yeah.
Please, my rig's out of juice.
Yeah, you got it. Hey, just fucking grit your teeth.
Powered up.
There you go. Come on. Get on up.
Damn, thank you. Been sitting here so long my ass is numb.
Well, you haven't been sitting. You've been, like, locked in position there. We have red LEDs on this.
Can't count how many times I've had to play dead out here. Nearly pissed my pants a couple of times.
Gross.
Hobbs. Dean Hobbs. No one calls me Dean, so, you know, Hobbs is fine.
Does anyone call you Pee Pants?
What are you doing down here? Well, just being me. I mean, I'm maintenance. I should have left this stuff to security. But I thought, hey, Hobbs, let's find out what's going on here. Stupid, man. Just stupid. Wanted to check the failsafe consoles, see what they recorded. Got separated from my crew, but I thought, Hobbs, don't give up now. You can make it. And that's when my rig gave out.
Echoes of Bill Dauterive.
What's your plan? I'm gonna get my ass out of here before it gets smashed like a bug in a windshield. Think I'll head up to Ops. Should be alright there.
Yeah, I'm sure you and Davey are gonna get along fine.
Guess you've got no idea what's going on around here. Shit, man. I don't know nothing. Felt like my brain was an egg on a griddle and then the yolk popped. Woke up, head ringing like crazy. Everything had just gone to hell. What I've seen since then. Man, you wouldn't believe it.
I mean, he's saying this to me, and like this is who's come to greet him. Are you sure, Hobbs? Hobbs's brain is loading.
What's the deal with these failsafe consoles? Well, Creo's got a few around the factory to monitor problems and record them. There's sure to be some crazy stuff on them with all that's going down. And check them out if you want, but my adventuring days are done.
Okay.
So long, Hobbs. Stay safe, man. Stay safe.
Tell me about it.
Protocol active. Log. Mark 96 hours, 0 minutes, 0 seconds. System-wide reboot begun. Data loss analysis. Most Creo systems damaged. 27% of data storage and processing systems report complete data and record loss, with low chance of recovery. Local non-networked power supplies remain operational. Recovery protocols activated. Damaged data sectors attempting temporary repair using analogous systems. Collateral loss of workforce is rated as extreme. Overall work output efficiency remains severely impaired.
Hello? Anyone there? Are you receiving?
Well, we gotta go talk to her first.
Contact me if you can.
Yeah, I'm doing it. I'm doing the thing. I'm an astronaut now.
Warren.
Yeah.
I was starting to worry.
That is Astronaut Warren.
Will you finally tell me who you are?
Yeah, who this?
I'm Sally, medical staff assigned to the Executive Forum. I'm isolated up here. Stuck, to be exact. Just trying my best to figure out how I can help.
Well, what's going on here?
What the hell's going on here?
Okay, easy.
Incident, that's all I know. Hardly anything is working and your area is in lockdown. I'm trapped up in the Executive Forum. There's loads of distress beacons, but you're the only person I've managed to contact. We have to do something.
Okay. I mean, we can say sorry, but count me out, but, I mean, we won't.
Hope this qualifies for hazard pay.
There's no way around it.
We need to find out what happened, and we won't if we just stay here. We're in this together, and like it or not, we're on our own. At least for the time being.
We should call for help.
Calling for help?
The system's locked down. There's no way I know to contact anybody outside, and it seems most comms are out apart from the ops.
All right.
I better get going.
Be careful out there.
Will do. I'm not at all going to be reckless and irresponsible. It's just not in my nature. So we now have Truckhead. You could, I guess. Throw that crap in there. And there's something that I do need to upgrade. Alright, there it is. We don't have quite enough shit. Now we do. These things will just kind of drop. And I found the best way to manage them is to forget about them entirely And that way it's like a surprise that you left yourself in the future. Hey. I told you this would be our friend. No, I know, it doesn't jive with the set bonus, but I also don't care. It says comply on it. It's the only weapon with an imperative printed right on the thing. And like I said, they don't know it yet, but they have to. I'm their boss. Hi. Nice to meet you. I mean, really, we should continue to introduce ourselves to our co-workers, right? Hello, I'm Warren. Up until today, we were having some problems with, you know, like our spine. It was an injury, as I understand it. And, well, working at Creo's not only given us our legs back, but it's given us a new perspective on things, hasn't it? It's really made a lot of the problems that we've had in the past seem small in comparison. And we're just excited to really make a difference. Hi. Yeah, I know the other one decided to show up. Alright. Give me those. Thank you. Uh-huh. I'm just gonna let you have that fit for a second. There you go. Got my damage up to 1900, but I'm a glass cannon. Yeah, you can certainly make the numbers do some real weird things. We'll go up there, just not right now. We need better implants first. And yeah, you can crank them and crank them and crank them and crank them. And eventually they'll get to spots where it's like, why the fuck?
Didn't think you'd make it this fast.
Ooh, we're ahead of schedule. Mm-hmm.
Testing. Testing.
Yes, please.
Can anyone hear me?
Yes, sir.
Oh, sorry about that. Didn't see you moseying around there, Tenderfoot.
Hola, soy Warren.
I'm the supervisor, by the way, but you can call me Mr. Supervisor. We need a new marshal, you see.
Uh-huh.
Someone who can save this wasteland in its hour of need.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and don't worry about living up to my expectations. I'll make sure you get a first-class hanging either way.
You're not supposed to start with the ominous thing, man. You gotta wait. I mean, he's a fanfic author, so he doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. But if you, like, say the quiet part out loud too early, you know, the guy you're trying to rope, the dope in this particular equation, that guy, I mean, they're gonna get cold feet and fuck off. This isn't doing much for us. It's an injectable, so I would have to use it in order to get the boost. It doesn't really matter right now. There's an energy decay rate thing that we can, you know, kind of put on, but we don't need that either. We'll benefit more from just higher energy in general. 7816 with Fractal Reaver. Yeah, like I said, you can really get the numbers up there and get them to do some stupid shit. There's also not a need to. So, Frontier Riders. This is one of our DLC packs. There's our first boss. You know, his name is Totem Wolf. Warren has to face the renowned train robber Totem Wolf before things go off the rails. There are modifiers that we'll unlock as we go through this, and more importantly, we'll be able to unlock stuff like this eventually. What helps us out right now is that it is an excellent source of scrap, as well as upgrade parts for the shit we're wearing. There is when you're on NG +8. Yeah.
Warren was late. The Iron Horse had left the station. The bandits had boarded their wagon just in the nick of time.
The bastards. Also, they won't let me run through those boxes.
On board in cold blood. Even that poor, innocent ticket collector. Next time, he should get himself a watch. Or at least a sundial.
Okay, so we're too late to help anybody. You know, hint, hint. But we're not too late to steal everything that isn't nailed down. Guess that was on a different level, huh? Oh well. Ow. I'm gonna wait for the train to pass. There we go. Because that'll run me over, even though it is a ghost train. And it'll do some damage, but it'll also set me on fire. See? And I'd just rather not take hits that I don't have to.
That's strange, the cowboy exclaimed, realizing too late that he was talking to himself. I can still hear the passengers scream their hearts out, but there's nobody around.
Gasp.
Jump it, Jehoshaphat! You're a psycho!
For whacking a drone? My boy here needs to fucking relax.
Something was off. Dangerously off. Murderously off. Warren's blood ran cold.
What are you wearing?
Made his flesh crawl so much, his goosebumps were getting goosebumps of their own.
Yeah, I know. Nothing fun. Anyway, give me that.
Easy there, partner. Easy.
Do you have anything? Not really. No, it's just the Link stuff. Alright. Here, come away from that edge. Step back from that ledge, my friend. There you go.
The tunnel was terrifying. Almost, but not quite as cold and dark as Warren's wrinkled, lonely heart.
I mean, that's just mean. I don't know that his heart is wrinkled. Lonely, I think, is a safe bet.
Jehoshaphat, you're a psycho!
Well, you can say that now that I've, like, torn some people apart, sure.
Holy mackerel! I think I found my man!
Prior to all the murder, though, I mean, we're eccentric at worst, but a psycho, that's a bridge too far. Hi. Okay. Well, bye.
As the lonesome cowboy rode off into the sunset, he heard a faint whistle in the distance. Yet he didn't shed a single tear for the passengers, because he knew where the train was going. They'll be much better off in the next life, he muttered happily, waving the spectral voyagers goodbye on their journey down. Warren felt as if the desert's scorching heat was punching him directly in his pretty little face.
Another hint.
The sun was almost unbearable. He was sweating bullets. Bullets? Wait! Suddenly he wondered why he never brought his darn six-shooter to these fights.
I mean, it's a good question. That guy got incinerated by the sun. I mean, let's just take a moment of silence for that guy. So if you hadn't guessed, it means the sun will hurt you. Which, you know, okay.
I always said this job would burn you out.
But, you know, mostly you do it because our narrator here has puns. Puns that usually Catterskill, another one of our lost things, is responsible for. They are of that quality. Later on, we'll get to fix that. We'll be doing all of his episodes, and, well, you know, we'll address the pun situation. There is unfortunately nothing I can do for Catterskill himself. He's stuck that way. That's just his world, and he's got to live like that. Oh, it burned to death.
Starting to like you.
Well, thanks, but I'm disappointed that the elemental damage from the sun ticked over before I could do the prompt. We'll get these parts, don't worry. Shortcut doors stay locked until the episode has been completed once. They told us this already. They'll tell us again. Hi. Ma'am. I guess, you know. I'm working on it, okay? Yeah. And there we go. Yay. Good deal. And I am. I'm just out of stamina right now. It's early game, my dude. I don't have very much stamina. The announcer's getting fucking testy. Whack.
Yes, you're exactly what I need.
And there's somebody who's taking a nap here. Ah, good. Attempt 2, you know? Gimme.
The new Marshal! Maybe. Just maybe.
Do you really think I could be Hoss? Do you want to pin a fucking tin star on my chest? We played another Old West game. I'm really not a steady martial sort. I definitely feel more of a kinship with Silas.
There can be only one hero.
No, we got nudged into the exit. That's fine. We're only missing the one fucking lady to slap around. It's whatever. Hi. Let me in. It's a showdown. Frontier combat. Kinda looks like we went through a whole lot of people doing this, huh? Oh, he's got friends. Would you look at that? And he's using a different weapon. I guess that gets randomly assigned. He's got a tomahawk this time. Sometimes he's got a rifle with a bayonet on it. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. But hey, we're doing pretty good on energy and everything, so I'm not too concerned. He ducked us like once. Not a super problem. As I said, our stamina is largely what's going to hamper us early on, and it's just a fact. No dice on the cut, huh? Oh well.
First of the glorious 12, a gang of ruthlessly effective and effectively ruthless criminals.
Okay.
How many more there were? Sadly, he wasn't the sharpest axe in the teepee.
Sharpest axe in the teepee. Fuck is he talking about? Excuse me, sir, what the fuck are you talking about? Oh, parallel playing, huh? Well, you know, hey, that's a fun thing. Enjoy. Fucking, he's you know, our introduction to the DLC here is a little bit tame in my opinion. You'll probably end up beating me to a number of things. My fucking style of getting through this stuff is usually attrition focused. But, you know, happy coincidence there. We didn't get much from this. We did get a thing to increase our stamina, but it's not by a whole bunch. 15 is not going to sink or swim us right now. So we may as well go on to the next episode. First this.
Breaking news. At today's annual TV programming confab, streaming netlet Neuroflix yanked Western Skane Frontier Riders off its sked, only hours after the show's...
Off its sked.
Former soap starlet Doris Chappell, known for playing stunning Shantusi Delilah, is openly campaigning on her Chitter account for wrapping the tale up with a final spesh. But according to
God,
Harry
these abbreviations.
Off-the-record sources tell us that recently fired head scribbler Oliver Sutton offed himself. Nobody else has been tapped to fill the void. More updates as this story develops. Stay tuned.
Obnoxious. Anyway, trying to hit episode 6, need 5 more kinesthetic amplifiers. Yeah. Stacking that damage. Anyway, we got this. We could, but I won't. You can probably see why. Like, it's got the thing where, okay, you're not getting a 4% malice to unarmored or armored stuff, but I like that stability. I don't like to get interrupted. We did manage to squeeze out another fucking update for our power core, and well, we'll go right back in. We should have some modifiers now. And look at that, we do. What modifiers do is, not only do they grant you extra special bits, but they increase the amount of tech scrap you get, as well as increase the, the frontier gear drops. I tend to like these just for general play. These are goofy and gimmicky. Same up here. These are also somewhat irritating. None of them are insurmountable. I just don't care for them, and, you know, like I said, it says casual right in the thing. Do you want some specs? Let's get some specs. We'll give Totem Wolf a go again.
Assembly initiated.
Come to me. Because I'm not convinced there isn't stuff that I forgot to pick up here. And so in we go. Yeah, there's something. Looks like it's under the train tracks. But... nah, it's not gonna let me cheese it. Oh well. Such is life. We will have to drop down there. Looks like over there, in this spot right up here. You can probably just make a run for it there, right? Right. Pardon. Yeah, I know, Scoozy. I gotta grab something. It's just the sustaining array. Alright, well, back up we go. At least I know, and at least I got it. Increases speed per kill. Yeah, that's another solid modifier. It's one of the ones that, you know, you're basically just getting free extra bits, and the game doesn't change all that much. The others, I don't know, I understand why they're there, and I understand why it is that they are programmed the way that they're programmed. But it's... I don't find them fun, so much as I find them just sort of tiresome. But that's how I am about a whole lot of modifiers in challenge modes in general. You're supposed to have frontier gear on, sir. Where is it? It looks like it's that leg. Gimme. I don't remember anything hitting that.
Sorry!
Yeah. Okay. There we go. And no contact on that, huh? Okay. And another one. Piling them up. Gimme.
Almost, but not quite as start as Warren's wrinkled, lonely heart.
He keeps going on about how wrinkled my heart is. I don't think it's wrinkled. I don't think hearts can get wrinkled. They don't get pruny. Alright, well, the train stole my shit. And then I got blown up. And I really don't appreciate it. Oh, I've been using the wrong thing. Oh well, it's not gonna matter that much. It's not like Totem Wolf is difficult. Tap that one twice and it didn't want to give it to me.
To the sunset.
Oh well.
A faint whistle in the distance. Yet he didn't shed a single tear for the passengers, because he knew where the train was going. They'll be much better off in the next life, he muttered happily.
Unfortunately, it's the same story that he tells every single time. I feel like recording voice lines for this individual would have been relatively easy, and we could have probably cranked out at least like 3 different stories to cycle through per replay, because you know for a fact that people are going to be replaying this. It's designed that way.
Merciless!
I didn't do that. The sun did. Whatever. Hey. Hey. Thank you. Really? I was pretty sure I tagged that twice. Oh well. We'll get there eventually. Nothing interesting on this guy either. Such is life, I guess.
Yes, yes, you're exactly what
I guess we're just what he needed. So what's beeping? It's that other one over there. That's fine. That can beep. Give me that. Up the steps. We could skip, but we're not here for skipping. We're here for parts harvesting. Oh, I see. It clipped me into the wall and killed me. I promised you, Jank.
Easy there, partner. Easy.
Oh, I'm good. It's fine. So, unlike the rest of the game, when we die here, it just gets reset. It's kind of got that rogue element to it. Now that I know what that is, I'm not going to bother to get it. It would be bonus scrap for us to take apart, but fuck it. I don't really care that much. You know, die, get reset, try again. Okay. Moving on. I guess this time we'll try not to become one with the wall. There we are. Swap my thing, because it swaps that on me. And hey, another chance to get this fucking coffin. Please get off the train tracks. Well, easy come, easy go. Yeah, come on. Bump. No. It had locked me onto the thing. The little power core that explodes. Don't appreciate that. Sometimes it does that. There's an option that I must have forgotten to turn off that says auto lock on to the last thing that you hit. And when we're sprinting, I'm sure you've seen the stuff exploding around us when we go by it. It counts it as a hit. Not always, though. I can sprint by dudes and it won't. So, you know. Again, it's a Deck 13 game. There's oddities. Alrighty.
Whoa, Nelly! One step at a time, cowboy.
Uh-huh. He's criticizing me in the way that I do things. He just doesn't want me to be a DJ. I'm over here
Cowboy rode off into
trying to live my life.
a faint whistle in the distance.
And this fool is just here every step of the way to be like, no,
Shed a single tear.
you should get your
because he knew when
your certification as like a CPA, get a real job, cut your hair, don't get metal shit implanted all over and in you. What's the point of living, you know, if you gotta live that stringently? Okay, well, and now we're stuck on it. Thanks, Deck 13. No, leave it. There we go.
Frontier Riders!
I guess it is. Nothing cool, huh? Unfortunately, I can't really see that until, like, I get them to move. Alrighty. Now remember, the plan this time is not to become one with the wall. Oh, well, that's a piece we don't have yet. Please don't burn up in the sun. No dice. Didn't hit it enough times, I guess. By the way, those can chain react and set each other off, which is nice. Now that's 3, right to it. Okay. We gave it to us that time. We got the rip. I know. Okay. I don't know if it just didn't play the animation or what the story is. We'll find out. And nah, it just killed them off. Maybe they died via the sun. Yeah, it looks like that guy's got the right leg bit. Never mind.
I'm almost starting to like you.
Oh. Yeah. Nope. Oh, yeah, the fucking, yeah, the laugh. Sometimes it just don't work, you know? It be like it is. We
need a sense.
Hi. Okay, so there we go. That's how you do it, by the way, my man. Okay, yeah, like, that's nice and everything, but check that out. You seen those moves? He needs more practice, is what I'm saying. Well, we were simply too indelicate for him. Up we go. Touch. No dice on that one either. I could have sworn I tagged it. There we are. So that time I saw it flash. And now that. There we go. Gimme. Weird camera zoom. Our camera's being fun on this stage.
Easy there, partner. Easy.
I refuse to go easy. I'm taking a page out of Pie's book and embodying the Taco Bell motto of Live Moss. Welcome. Thank you. Oh, he doesn't have friends this time. Hey guy, what the fuck? Oh, it's because you got shooters, I see. I see. Bold, you know? Give me that fucking arm. Give it to me. Give it to me. Ugh. Alright then. I'm satisfied. And we got some cool sunglasses out of the deal. That's fun. Next we'll get a purple hat.
Easy there, partner. Easy.
Uh-huh. And uh-huh. So we're just missing the body piece for him. Now you might think that those are the parts that I'm going for, given the whole gimmick. No. The tomahawk looks like... I'm sorry, the tomahawk. It's got 2 A's. It looks like this. This is really the real fun. And that it's a coffin. And why? Fucking points for creativity, I guess. We won't be using it much. It's not terribly good. You see that very low proficiency scaling? It means it's a joke weapon. Technically, we fucking could, but we won't. And what I tell you about this being great for resources. This is why it's great for resources, this right here. You see what this does? It increases weapon proficiency and proficiency gains, which is nice. We'll keep one of them. We're not ever going to stack these, I don't think. I don't plan to anyway. We're not going to need extras of these, because by the time that we do want extras of these, the version 1s will be outdated. Cool. A free $5. Up to 50 it goes. We are due for a makeover, aren't we? Yeah. Got some cool dad shades on. Oh, we were talking about, set bonuses previously. Here. Yeah, that'll be fun. You can make like fucking 10 of these. 2, 3, 4, 5. And we need to deconstruct some stuff in order to get there. That's fine. I think we have stuff to deconstruct. We do. Some of this older crap. But we're just doing this to illustrate something. Make sure I don't have anything else. Then we're switching right back to Spaceman, don't you worry. Cool. So, set bonuses aren't, super rare. Now we're in truck. Oh, gear set incomplete. What am I missing? Oh, the body. Oop. Wearing full set of Rhino gear grants increased impact while under the effect of implants. Boost your weapon damage. They kind of all do it. If you don't mix and match, you get a set bonus. I like to mix and match. So, you know, right now we're just going to be like a real fucking cool astronaut. An incredibly cool one. With really cool shades. Oh, it just wants to tell me about the laser. Alright, La Muerte. There he is. La Muerte. Let's get a purple hat. Now we can activate more than one of these. Oh, flee a stage like a yellow belly. That's right, I gotta turn around and leave for that modifier. No injectable use is kind of a pain in the ass. Constant energy fluctuations is less of a pain in the ass. But it's also not necessarily worth the fucking additional time that's going to take. This is what we're after right here. This thing. It's going to be one of our friends for a very long time. So we'll just get a purple hat. We won't be greedy. Okay, we've opened the door.
A cave-in had trapped Warren deep down in the gold mine's secret corridor. He sighed wearily and decided to escape his stony prison the only way he knew how.
Mm-hmm.
By smashing in some faces.
Just in case you needed a hint on what to do. We gotta stand on this. It triggers the gate. They're gonna drop boys. It's a take and hold. The good news is that our progress doesn't end up gone if we step off of it. The gate will come back up.
You're not going to leave much of an impression, are you?
They will not continue to spawn boys, and eventually they'll just run out of those. So we can continue in our methodical way to thin the crowds. Hey, there it is. Give me that. Thank you. Shame about the class of this armor. The limb pieces look real nice. To me, anyway. Okay, next round of boys, please. There they are. Dressed to the nines, some of them. Give me that.
Is Frontier Riders!
Racking them up here. Seems much more common past the first stage. I wonder if that's intentional. I'm sure it is. Y'all got more? If I'm not mistaken, there's like one more they got in the chamber. It might not spawn until you clear the field, but it's fine. So you know how you doing? You liking your new job at Creo? It seems like a chill place to work, right? Like, we haven't seen anyone really hounding us before we met our supervisor here. You know, Mr. Supervisor himself. But once you get past the feistiness of the co-workers, it's really not so bad.
I'm almost starting to like you.
Well, thank you. That was another complaint that was lodged against this game when it launches, that Warren wasn't much of a protagonist. I think he's alright. He's certainly not, you know, much to write home about. And that's fine. I buy him as a rando that signed up for this and then went, well, I guess I'm here, right? Better make the most of it. What I find is the more interesting thing to think about is, like, you know, why is he so good at this? These are maneuvers that are not, you know, standard for like a human being to know. They are either part of the program running that is in the exoskeleton, or Warren was not quite the best individual coming into it. Don't know. Haven't seen any fan theories on that, largely because I don't go looking for them. Because, well, hey. If
one of these, you'll learn how to properly finish things.
Alright, chill out. I'm doing the thing. Anyway, if you're, you know, any kind of outside goer and you've been around the games community as your hobby, it's, I don't know, fan theories are fucking tiring to me. I'd imagine that's an experience shared by many. Like, it's alright to have a conversation if what it is that you're doing is conversational in nature. Like I try to make this thing that I'm doing. You know, even if I can't hear your replies, or if I miss them when they're in chat, I would hope to encourage you, sitting at the other end of that screen, to talk back if you want to.
Champ?
Thank you. I worked very hard on it. But, you know, the kind of endless cyclical nature of a whole lot of the things that they do is just, I'd rather they expend their energy some other way.
This is Frontier Riders!
Maybe try to make something on their own. These shades were a mistake in here, huh? It's really not that, that bright. We were anticipating brightness, and it turns out we're gonna need these LEDs on. A lot of waiting in this stage. Just, you know? Rocking on our heels, hanging out.
Wasn't so hard.
Soaking up company time. Which our supervisor will yell at us about.
The world was on the brink of destruction.
Son of a bitch.
People wanted a true hero with glistening teeth, a roguish smile, and pecs to die for.
I have none of those things.
Their wait was almost over.
Well, that's good. When's that guy gonna show up?
Was on the brink of destruction.
Oh, we're still doing it, huh?
People wanted a true hero with glistening teeth, a roguish smile, and pecs to die for. Their wait was almost over.
So nice he had to say it twice. Okie doke. Nothing else going on there. He's very excited about us making it down here.
Feet, cowboy! They'll never invite a blunderbuss like you to the town dance!
They weren't gonna anyway. Let's be honest. Yeah, you're just gonna hang out up there, huh? I'll wait. There we go. No, that's another one of those smelting machines over there, and remember what I told you. Not yet. They'll one-shot us. Ow. We can't get plowed over by that minecart, though. What's good is that we don't have to fuck with them. We can just leave them there. We'll be back for them later. Oh, excellent. super good. I didn't want that anyway. There's another one of those shortcuts.
Watch your feet, cowboy!
Yeah.
You'll never invite a blunderbuss like you to the town dance!
Well, that guy took a digger. Okay. There.
You are merciless!
Thank you. And to the control room. There's testing in progress, but we gotta clear out this gas.
Give you this. You really know how to trigger me.
He'll say that every time. Did you like it? Was that a good joke? Don't worry, you'll hear it again. Fret not. And this guy doesn't need that anymore. Hey, you survived your fall. Oh, and you made friends.
You're foreman?
I am. You're being very rude. This is fighting. See? Ow. Ow. And I'll take that health back too. Good deal, and good deal. All right. I believe we are now prepared to face La Muerte, whose name, if you don't speak any Spanish, quite literally just means the death or the dead, depending on what it is that you're saying it in context with.
I'm almost impressed.
La is a strange fucking prefix for a dude, though. Spanish is one of those gendered languages. Oh, and he's got friends. Bye. And well, you can't see him too good right yet, but you will. We'll try to take him right off him. There we go.
Ward felt like a real go-getter today.
It's true. I did.
Knew the worst was yet.
The worst is yet to come, as usual. Details. Well, we'll equip them. Those are revolvers with knives on them.
To come.
Do they have like a special thing they do? Sometimes weapons that look fun have a special thing. These don't seem to. Oh well. Like this has that fun edge on it, because it's a 2.0. And there'll be something else with an edge on this, which will be the only replacement we wind up wanting for our shield sword thing here. And it does special stuff. I don't know if this one does. But we did it, episode 2. No thing. But look at that scrap. We got that guy's full repertoire. So, when we build a complete set of these, we will unlock a new undersuit. something else to note is that, you know, gear comes in 3 types. That is Operator, which is the lightest, Sentinel, which is in the middle, and Goliath, which is the heaviest. And a lot of the game I'll be defaulting to Goliath. Like I said, I like the stability. I don't like being interrupted. But it is a shame because, well... other arm then. Boop. You know, that black and gold, it speaks to me. I think they look nice together. Same thing up here. That carbon fiber speaks to me. Again, we probably should be covering our vitals, but oh well. The astronaut suit at least does. These are the real tragedy. We'll get it on the side where the comply shield isn't. Ah, if only. Look at that detailing. That's nice. Oh well, though. The golden twin blade chute. Oh, okay, gotcha. The golden marauder doesn't do anything. Shame. Yeah, I knew about the rig. So, our new guest, Rock Zero. The golden twin blades chute. Cool. The golden infantry rifle shoots. Cool. The Rig P. That is, the upgraded coffin one, leaves a toxic cloud on slam attacks. I see. The golden marauder doesn't do anything, which sucks for people that want the golden marauder. So now we have this thing, and it's going to solve a lot of our problems. How much power does it take? That's what we're looking for. 6. Good news for us. So we can ditch this, because, well... Hey, it do that, and also everything else. There are upgraded versions of that I've only been able to find in this specific DLC. I'm pretty sure it's a DLC thing. And, they're great. Absolutely stellar. It frees up slots on your rig to do other shit with. Or allows you to stack things more easily while not having to min-max on, like, any one stat, because frankly, your health, your stamina, your energy, these things are all important. Doubly so early game when you don't have a whole lot of options to fuck with them. You know, not a whole lot of sets that allow for special bits and bobs here or there. So, like, it's really quite nice that they included something like this, and I wish more games would. If you have a set of 3 resources and you kind of need all of them, well, let me snag all of them, you know? Like, don't be a dick about this. Rest in gold pieces. Yes, that is what the Rig P stands for. So, like the RIP that we got, which is the coffin. That's that thing. Rest in pieces. There is a rest in gold pieces, and that is awarded over here. Rigp. A classy, sharp, and exclusive as hell. This innovative coffin is a cut above the rest. After all, if death comes to town, he might as well do it in style. Okay. Sure. This is the star of it. I want that. We do have access to episode 3, which would give us another thing, but we don't have really the fucking stuff to put it on right yet. And, you know, we're already running long, so we'll probably just deposit this stuff, and we'll give Warren a bit of a break. We'll come back to him on Tuesday because, well, he's got to have a weekend, right? He's got that Tuesday to Saturday thing going. And really, it's important to, if he's a company man like he is, we know that, you don't want, like, the Department of Labor breathing down your boss's neck, so even though you know you could work more, you just gotta kind of chill out. I'm being fucking facetious, by the way. Don't you ever listen to me. Come here, listen to me. Don't you ever give them 1 fucking minute of your time that they didn't pay for. Not ever. Okay, now get away from me. There we go. Anyway, so we'll come back to Warren, and, you know, he'll clock back in Tuesday through Saturday, like he do. As for me, well, I'm first going to take us where we go. We're gonna exit onto that main menu. Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate that, Rock Zero. Welcome. Our new lost thing now, Rock Zero. And I'll straighten my spine because it's not mechanically augmented like Warren's is now. And so, yeah, we will continue with that later. I am going to wander in the direction of dinner. I'm hungry. I know the witch is as well. Pi will want his late-night munch. He demands it, in fact. And you will go wherever you go when I leave you to wander alone for a bit. See ya.